we have somehow managed to keep our nose above the water and to keep making progress. We haven't missed any deadlines. We haven't failed any tests so far.
Fantastic.
In fact, we've made some real good progress this week with our banking and with our peacekeeping, and lots of different little sidebar projects that have been presenting themselves have turned out very well. We've had some great diplomatic discussions with governments of other countries. We've added a chief marshal to the Continental Marshals Program. As you know, you guys have all been working hard on getting the special credentials for the sheriffs and the state militias and the peacekeeping task force and the Continental Marshals all organized and ready to print, and that's very exciting. It's basically all good news. It's just that it's been extremely hard won in terms of schedules and people and trying to make budgets match and trying to get funds to people in different parts of the country. And there was a meltdown here. I don't know if there was a meltdown anywhere else, but we couldn't do transfers out of Alaska over the weekend.
What kind of transfers?
Money transfers.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So that kind of slowed down the effort to get funding to some of our folks that are, out at meetings or, doing research in far-flung places.
Right. PayPal had some server problems yesterday afternoon, and we were trying to do some work because we use a PayPal payment gateway, and that server was just not happy.
I wonder if it's just, the number of people that are, using PayPal versus using banks anymore.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but it was definitely locked up for a while there. Well, we'd love to hear more about the Mercantile Bank. Is that the banking that you were referring to?
Yeah, international trade banks work with actual assets, actual money. They're sometimes referred to as bullion banks, but that isn't nearly all that they do. And so the kind of banking that the United States of America does is international trade banking. We could do commercial banking, but that's not really our tradition or what we prefer to do. And so this past week, we've been meeting with other international bankers, trade bankers, and we've been getting into position to do bank treaties that allow you to transfer funds back and forth among different countries. And we found that in most cases, we already have treaties with all these countries. They just haven't been exercised properly.
Wow.
What happened is that the Scottish interloper came in, pretended to be us, basically impersonated us, and took advantage of our bank treaties. And as a result, they have a very bad reputation. They went bankrupt in 1906 and did all sorts of dirty deals on the way. And it's really taken quite a educational process and historical records and things of that nature to demonstrate that, no, that's not us. Sorry.
Right.
Don't know how, why, when, or, we're not responsible for these impersonators, these shills, these con men, pretending to be our government and operating as a corporation in our names. That's certainly not kosher then or now. And the point being that there is no statute of limitation on fraud. So if it was fraud in 1868, it's still fraud now. And we are still entitled to recompense. We are still entitled to a full reckoning and any forgiveness of any debts or any other nonsense that was attendant upon that impersonation. So we are finally making some headway in getting those sorts of acknowledgments and agreements and restoration of bank treaties that they violated, and better overall international diplomacy going on, because the other countries are realizing that, the US isn't America. Who knew?
Right. Yeah.
So that's all going very well.
Links to Anna's articles and resources can be found in the video description box. Thank you for subscribing, liking and sharing.